Hello, I'm DJ Sam here for another video. Sorry the lighting's not the best today, but I thought I'd show you a video of the stuff I got from a nightclub. A friend briefly knew this person who had took over this nightclub, which was called Crushing. Then it was called Venue. It was a nightclub, I believe it was around sort of 1980s, because these amps are roughly from, or they're from the 80s. And some of the equipment is quite old. As you can probably see, there's a pair of Bose 802s. They're from the 80s. So it kind of thought, yeah, the amps from the 80s, the Bose speakers are. The Bose are actually from 1985. So that sort of tells me that the place would have opened at around, you know, in the mid 80s. So it would have been pretty awesome. It was like it was a rock sort of club, which is a bit odd, but I thought it was quite cool. So on a Saturday night, they would do like a rock night, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm going to show you the gear, show you what I got, and I'll tell you my favourite things. So today I spent a lot of time cleaning amplifiers, making sure everything works. There were 4 amplifiers, there were 2 lights, so there was a strobe light and a disco light, also a club light, and then there were like a sort of couple of things that control your lights. So there's an old Club 40, which you can't buy them now. It's ridiculously rare to find a Club 40 that's working, or even find one. And then there's a Showtech as well. And what I took were the 3 amps. He took the crown amp and the strobe, but when we turned the crown amp on, the capacitor had split open and flame came out of it, so it completely, I saw a gold gulging flame when we switched it on. I said, switch it off. So I was like, fucking hell. And the amp didn't look that old either, so I'm thinking, you know, old stuff's the best, because it still works. It's from 1980. It's been in the workings for years, and yes, it's been serviced a couple of times, but it's worked. You know, there's only one of them that's only working on the B side and not the A side. So yeah, let's get to it. So here it is. It's actually a PPX 900, and just to confirm, that is it has come from the Venue. This is a 450 watt amplifier, and it works. That's all I know really. I've got the information on Instagram, so you want to check those out, some photographs. So yeah, that's one of the amps. This is one of the disco lights. Now this disco light wasn't currently working because there was a fuse that wanted replacing, but the guy didn't know, so I ended up getting this as well. Now if you take the screws off the front, you can solder in some new diodes, and boom, you've got a new light again. Awesome. So this came out in 2010. It's called a Eurolight, and it's also DMX, which is awesome, and a dip switch, which I'm not really keen on, but hey, free light, can't complain. And got a couple of these lights, a couple of these units, which are for your lights to make them flash, just to show you that this one actually powers on. Hasn't been tested properly though. I did get a power cam working on channel 4, and it was stripped. It was, you know, I was able to turn it on and make it flash, so yeah, I think it works. And this is awesome. This is a Club 40, but what I love about this, you switch it on and you can see the pattern there, but if you've got to go on the index, it changes the pattern orientation when you press the index. How awesome is that? And I don't know how many there is, but there's quite a few different ones. And it just changes the orientation of the park hands, and then you can turn it up with that, so you can make it go faster or slower. I think that's really awesome. I honestly don't know how many there is, but look at that. So yeah, it changes from like the orientation pattern. There must be loads. and you got dim and all that. And on the back of the units, so I'm going to sell these two, but I'm going to clean them up first and take that screw and put it back where it belongs there. So they need a good clean. That one is also runs bulging, which people would love. You could put a strobe in there as well, and you've got that as well, which is awesome. And at the bottom here, you've got DMX, which I've tried, and you've got the MIDI. You've got these outputs, and you've got two bulging outputs as well. So you can add a bulging pack with 4 LEDs in them, 4 power sockets in them, like these, and it's pretty awesome. So I'll be selling these units on eBay. I don't know what price I'm going to put them as, because you can't buy the Club 40 anymore. It doesn't exist. It's very hard to get a hold of. And this one, well, I've not really looked at it properly, but I suspect it'll be a good 50 quidder. So I'll see what we'll do about that. We'll see on that one nearer the time. Here we've got another PPX 900, and it's got the same sticker on it. So it's from the venue. Oh, that is the test for the Club 40, and it was last tested in May 2013 and May 2012. Cool. So that's that. And then here we've got a pair of Bose speakers that are pretty damn awesome. Now these are fine, but these top ones here, some of them are blown. Now I think they would have shut it off before the others blew up, so before the other speakers blew. So you take the cover off, you pull this off here. Now you don't want to pull here, because that's how someone's pulled it in, it's snapped. What you want to do is you want to pull it from here, basically pull it from here until it comes apart, and then you just get your thumb around that, just pull it across. Oops, yeah, just do that, and then carefully take this off like that, pop that there. Now this one, it's gone, that's knackered. That one is a bit, that's fine, bit of scratching, there, that's fine, that one's fine, bit of scratching, yeah, so they may or may not work. So I'm going to sell these as well, just because it's 35 quid for generics, and it's about 80 quid, no, 75 quid for the originals. So it would cost me to replace all 16 at the full price. You're looking about 1,200 quid. You know, so it's like not worth it, because you can buy them for like 400 quid for a set of working pair. So I'm like, even with the unit, so I thought, nah, it's not worth me doing with it. So I'm better off selling it and then making a bit of money, and then actually, because somebody will buy it just for the speakers alone. You know, they might think, oh yeah, I need to replace quite a few of my Bose speakers. I'll buy these to replace it. So there's the Bose unit speakers, and these ones are fine. You know what I mean? There's no scratch on those. Oh, I don't. It's maybe because I'm holding it. If you hold it like that, you are going to get a scratch, but you need to hold it like that. Yeah. So those are fine. Yeah. So those ones are fine. So those definitely bargain for 100 quid. And here's the last item. It's PPX 300. This one is 150 watts, and it works absolutely fine. Now the funny thing is, my PVs are about 100 watts, and I threw it through the amplifier full power, and it didn't even distort. I was like, what? Excuse me. So yeah, that's pretty damn awesome. This does work. If I plug it in, it'll show signs of life. Where that is the plug. The plug's somewhere down there, but it does actually work. I'll be doing a video on this item at some point, and this one, and this one. I'm not going to do a video on that one just because it's not working. That's going on Facebook. Those are going on eBay, so probably won't do a review on those. I think that's going to be it for the video. I don't really want to make it too long. Yeah, it's pretty awesome gear. I'm really happy with what I got. I didn't have to pay a penny for it. It was all completely free. So yeah. So yeah, I do apologise about the lighting. It's not brilliant in here. I've got just a crappy little bulb in the roof bit, and yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool what I got. Also, before I go, I got this fog machine off a friend. I swapped it for the other one that I had, an LED one, and it's brand new, and it's all the fixed lab. So we're going to put that to test probably next week or whenever. I'll put a video to that one. That'll be really cool. So I have a smoke machine because I wanted another one anyway, so I've got one. But it's just a powered one. It's not a wireless one or anything like that. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Seeing all the games, seeing that Showtech in action, seeing the disco light. There will definitely be a video on that. I just need to figure out how to work it properly. I'm actually going to use it for a gig as well, which is awesome. I've got a gig coming up on the 31st actually of next month. So, yahoo! So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. Bye bye.